Good morning, good looking people, and you're good looking because you're always looking, and of course, you are finding the good in everything and in everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you had a great week so far, and good Shabbos. It's almost Shabbos tomorrow. So, today is the 9th of Teves. I have read this Hayom Yom for the last 20 years. Today, I got insight, thanks to Rabbi Seligson and reading some of the commentaries of really what's going on behind the scenes in today's Hayom Yom. So I want to share with you the Hayom Yom. We'll read it, and then also give you the background. But essentially, today is all about God is the boss. God is in charge. Our entire faith and everything that we do is in God. Nothing else has any effect on us that we believe. Everything is from Hashem. God gives us everything. Nothing is by chance. And to the fact that we are also talking about Avodah Zarah, which means idol worship. There's so many different levels of idol worship. We're not necessarily just talking about bowing down on the floor and worshiping another god or an idol, even to a sun or the moon. We're also talking about giving power to other sources that and other items that may have control over us, when really it's God that runs the show. Let's read the Hayom Yom inside, and then I'll give you a little bit of detail and some cool gematria, and then we'll go to the message of the day. So for the 9th of Teves, it says in the prayer beginning of Aleinu. So 3 times a day we say Aleinu. Aleinu is the last prayer of every service. So we have it at Shacharis in the morning, Mincha, Marv, at the end we finish with Aleinu. In Aleinu, it says the wording we customarily follow is, for they bow down to vanity and nothingness. So we say the words, Shehem mishtachavim lahavel vilorik. There are other customs that people do not use the word mishtachavim. Mishtachavim means to bow down. And it says here, the version is also used in the Musaf prayers for Rosh Hashanah. So on Rosh Hashanah davening, we also say Aleinu in the middle of that service. And we make the point of not saying, and they pray to a God who. So for example, what it's saying here is, we use the word mishtachavim, where it means to bow down to other gods, while other people and other traditions will use mispalalim, which means to daven to other gods and worshiping others. And it says here, and it continues with the minhag of Chabad, that it says it is customary to spit after reciting the above phrase. The reason is that speaking generates saliva, and we do not wish to benefit from the saliva generated by uttering such words. Think about what's being said today, and it's a very interesting point. We use the word mishtachavim, which means to bow down, and it says lahevel larik. This is to vanity and nothingness, the idol worship. And not only that, our custom is that as we say these words, we make a point to spit the saliva from our mouth to the side. Some people do it on the floor, some people do it in a napkin. We try to do it in a very respectful way, but that we should not benefit even from saying these words. The idol worship and these other words, we shouldn't even have any benefit. And that is our custom. Others do other words, they use mispalalim, but really to the point that it's being made today that we don't even want to benefit from these words. Now let's go a little bit deeper into today for the 9th of Teves. First of all, we all know that tomorrow is the 25th of December. It's a holiday that we don't celebrate, and the person that is celebrated, other known as Yashka and other names for him, his actual birthday is the 9th of Teves, which is today. So the Rebbe brings out today to make sure that we're bringing up idol worship, that we have a God and we believe in Hashem and Hashem takes care of us, that we don't have anything to do with idol worship. This is part of the beginning of the 10 Commandments. Also, if you take the word harakika, which means to spit out of the mouth, the gematria of harakika is actually 420. For those who want the breakdown, it's Hey, Resh, Kuf, Yud, Kuf, Hey. 420. The gematria of Tes Teves, which is today, the 9th of Teves, those 4 letters, Tes Teves is also 420. Now, I want to focus a little bit on the concept of Avodah Zarah and believing in Hashem. That the whole idea of Aleinu is it's the last part of each prayer. It's the last thing we do before going back into the mundane world. We do Shacharis, Aleinu, boom, we're out into the world where carpool, work, office, wherever you may be, you're now engaging the world. Same thing with Mincha. Mincha is the middle of the day. You finish Mincha, boom, Aleinu, you're back into the world again. And after Marv as well. The point that's being made today is it's so easy for all of us that we're working so hard and we're trying to make things happen that to lose sight that maybe some other source has control. Maybe somebody else has control over us. Maybe something is happening that there's another power out there making that work, and believing in some other supremacy or giving power to something else over what we're trying to accomplish in our lives. Yes, we deal with people, and yes, we deal with different institutions and borrow and all different types of bankers. In my world, there's bankers and borrowers and all different. There's so many different variables out there. However, it's important to remember that God is in charge. God makes everything happen. And the reason why we're saying Aleinu at the end of davening is to remember that, hey, God is in charge. We're praising Hashem. We're making sure that we give no value to anything else. And again, it's not only idols, it's anything that gives power over ourselves. And we declare this in our davening. And at the end of the day, the more that we can tap in and we believe in Hashgacha Pratis, which is divine providence, and knowing that God is in charge, and everything is meant to be. And we talk about Hashgacha Pratis all the time, divine providence, how we're in places where we're supposed to be. Things happen and we acknowledge them. Sometimes it takes us years or days or whatever it may be to realize what happened was actually awesome. God should bless us that we should see what is happening at the moment is awesome. But knowing that when you can tap into Hashem and thank Hashem for what He's doing and know that everything is God, then you're now tapping into that infinity of God, into that unlimited power of Hashem, that knowing that He can do everything for you. So, for today, remember the message of the day. God is in charge. We thank Hashem. Everything is Hashgacha Pratis. We don't give any power to anything else. And that is the whole message of today, even going to Mishtachavim Level Arik, and how we acknowledge Hashem and how we spit. We don't even want the benefit from our saliva from even saying those words. Have a great day. Thank you, Hashem. Got my new Thank You, Hashem button. Awesome. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.